Hey guys, Troy here, back with another video today. Today we have a StarStock video. I'm gonna be showing you some stuff I've flipped, what the collection is looking like, show you some of the transactions we've made. We've actually made some good profit so far. And then more importantly, discuss with you guys what you think our next steps will be for how we can grow our budget and keep adding to the collection. So with that being said, let's just get into it. Let's look at what our StarStock account is looking like. Now, as always, guys, you decide who we buy, what we do, when we sell. I had to make a couple decisions on my own just because there's usually going to be at least a week in between the videos, but a lot of this and this profit is thanks to you guys. So let's look at the activity first. We'll go into sold, and you can see the flips we were able to make. So let's start off at the bottom. Lonzo Ball, suggested by a viewer in the comment section. A guy I actually think is pretty underrated, but I bought him at $7 and we're able to almost double our profit right there for $13.50. Next up, Darius Garland, $19, and was able to sell him for $30.50. Now, this is one you could argue was a mistake. Let's see, let's click on Darius Garland. And if you see here, wow, I didn't even know it was that high. So offers at $42 and we have a sale at $46. Now, let me just say, that is pretty insane for Darius Garland. That's way higher than I would be willing to pay for him. He has looked good so far. The argument could have been made that maybe I should have waited, but especially when you're on StarStock, for me guys, it's more about quick flips than necessarily long-term holds. So when you can get the profit, you should take it. And you see that trend of taking profits continuing with the next three. Keldon Johnson, Select. I'm a big fan of these Select guys, especially on StarStock. A lot of times, they're way cheaper than the Prisms. And a lot of times they're even cheaper than Optic. And you know me, I'm a huge Optic fan, but Select there's not as many out there. So for the same price, I might be leaning more towards Select. But anyways, bought him for $9.50, sold for $14.50. Pascal, bought him for $5. Just to be honest, I have not liked what I've seen of the Warriors this year. And he might still do some things, but I think it's going to take a lot for him. I think he's going to be forgotten pretty quickly. So to move off him and make a little profit was good. And Darius Bazley bought for $9.50 and sold for $14.50. So a couple things on these sales real quick. First of all, I think every single player on here was recommended by you guys in the comments. So that's so helpful. Thank you for that. The only request I will make is we had a lot of people commenting and sharing their opinions, which is great, but make sure to upvote other people as well. Make sure to drop a like, because it was pretty much just everyone with their own comments, and there was only like one or two that had more than 2 likes. So you can have your own opinions, but just to help me, if you agree with someone else, make sure to like their comment as well so I can see what the consensus is on guys I should buy. But yeah, like I said, I think every single player was suggested by you guys. Outside of Garland and Bazley had like 1 or 2 good games and not even insane. And we were able to move them for a real nice profit. But Keldon Johnson, Lonzo, and Pascal didn't play well at all, really. Keldon Johnson has been getting some minutes, but not big games for him. And Lonzo, same thing, not huge games. So that's what I've been seeing with StarStock, guys. It doesn't take much. You could literally just wait for them to be playing and you can just flip them. So been going really well so far. But those are the cards I've sold. How about we see what cards are currently in the collection? All right, so boom. First off, we have Cam Reddish Optic. I'm a big believer in him. I have a lot of his cards in real life. This was one I think I kind of did on my own. I'm not sure there was that many comments recommending Cam Reddish. He's gone up a tiny bit. I think I got this card for about $10. Not looking to sell yet. I think he could have some big games, and he will have some big games. This Sekou I just picked up, his prices have actually come down since the preseason. He hasn't been doing that much, so I took this opportunity to buy some of him. I think a blue velocity. I love the jersey matching things, so being able to get that for $10 compared to just what base optics are going for pretty much everyone else, I will take that. Keldon Johnson. I got this for $15. If you guys see here, I'm trying to go for variations whenever I can. I don't see much of a premium being placed on them, especially on StarStock. Always pay the extra $2, $3 to get a variation. I think that's worth it every single time. I picked up a Buddy Hield for, I think it was like $6 or $7. So it's nice to see a sale already for $9.50. Another guy who is kind of slept on. This is definitely a wild card. I think if he heats up for the Kings, or even if he gets traded, I could see him being traded to a contender. And as a shooter, he'll have a nice role there. Once again, compare the price of his optic to, I don't know, Taylor Horton-Tucker, pretty much any rookie from this past year. I understand he's a little older, but he's a legit NBA player. He's a legit starter for a good team, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of legit players, what I'm kind of trying to do is flip these younger guys and move them into more established players, especially thinking long term as we move towards the playoffs. So Bam Adebayo, I believe this was $25 I paid for this optic. Once again, compared to what other players' optics are going for, I will take that all day. Marvin Bagley, I think I also got this one for $10. So once again, a variation optic shock for $10, can't go wrong. It might have even been $9, but he's been playing pretty well so far, actually. I think he had a double-double in his last game. Guy still has a ton of potential. Don't give up on him. Devontae Graham, pick this one up for $10. And my personal opinion, guys, everyone right now is looking at Darius Garland, Taylor Horton-Tucker. At least on StarStock, their prices are pretty insane. So I just don't think there's much left for me with these guys from the 2019 draft class. I think it's tough to be able to flip them again and make money. So I'm looking for guys who are maybe 1 year older and are wild cards, albeit, but kind of slept on. Like I'll take Bagley, Devontae Graham, Bam Adebayo, Buddy Hield. These are legit, really good NBA players. I think every single player there at least has a chance to be an NBA All-Star. I'm not saying it'll happen, but for the prices, I'm just going to take a chance on them. Bull. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this one. Once again, you guys decide what I do. So if you think I should get out of Bull, that's what I'll do. I think he has a ton of potential. He's shown a lot, but it's not looking like he's going to have much of a role for the Nuggets this year. I mean, I knew that, but still unfortunate to see he's not playing much. The last three, another Sekou, $10 for a select. I think that's fine. This guy is also someone with a lot of potential who has been playing. Not that many minutes, not crazy production, but if he's getting into games, there's always the chance he gets hot. And for Sekou, once again, if you guys want me to sell, that's what I'll do. But I feel like all it's going to take is one game for him. We've already seen that in the preseason. He has one 20-point game in the regular season. I think this card right here is at least $20. Next up, our biggest card. So we have a lot of our budget in BAM, and I'm going to apologize for that because I did make a little bit of the decision myself. But I think $50 for a Prism Mosaic StarStock A for him. Once again, Darius Garland Prism Base for $40, or Bam Adebayo Prism Mosaic. I think there's like two of these on StarStock, and a StarStock A for $50. I just had to pull the trigger, especially when without even the StarStock A designation, these are going for more on eBay. So who knows, maybe I'll end up just sending this to myself, but I think, once again, I'm thinking a little bit long term. There's some flip potential with the All-Star game, with the playoffs. I think Bam is a great, great player, and holding him, I'm fine with. Now, if the other ones were wild cards, this is really a wild card. Harry Giles, he looked good in the preseason. You're seeing here offers from 30 cents, and I think $3 was me who bought it. They are on sale from $6, so one of the things you can do is, that I've been doing too, just to flip, you buy it for $3, offer it for $5.50. You never know, you might get a lazy buyer, someone who buys it. I'm not too hopeful on that one. That might end up just being a loss. But that's part of it. That's part of StarStock. I think really the best thing to do on here is you're just taking wild cards, being smart. But going forward, I'll show you some of the offers I have out. I'm looking at Jaren Jackson Jr. As I've mentioned, I'm kind of out on this past draft class. I think their prices are too high. I think everyone is thinking the same. When people are zigging, you want to zag, you want to do some different things. Everyone is so fixated on them. Their prices are so high. I'm staying away. So I'm trying to think of some different ways. Jaren Jackson coming back from injury. Could see some hype there. Darius Baisley, contradicting myself, but once again, his variation is just literally, if I can get this for 15, that's the same exact price as his base is going for. So I would take that. Another Bam, I'm not sure I really need this. I might end up canceling that. Jonathan Isaac just got a $80 million extension. So look at the price of his optic. When he comes back, these are gonna come up. If they weren't planning on playing him, or at least featuring him to some extent, he would not have just gotten $80 million. Once again, Jaren Jackson, these two guys coming back from injury. Mitchell Robinson, very, very cheap. If I can get these for $4, optic shocks, I think he can have some big games this year like we saw Christian Wood have last night. Jaren Jackson Jr., purple, I think that's in a BGS 9. Cheap price for him. Mitchell Robinson again, fast break. Bam Adebayo. Don't really need that offer there, I guess, since I already got one. Jaren Jackson Jr. again. Josh Okogie, a guy who's been getting minutes, not huge production yet, but once again, for $1.50, we'll take the risk. Zach Collins, another guy coming back from injury, lottery ticket at 75 cents, we'll take the risk. Jaren Jackson Jr., Jamal Murray. If I could get that for 15, I'd be very happy. See a trend. Some of these offers are pretty hopeful, but I made them all, they're the highest offer though. I always try to make them the highest offer. And you see I have 20 offers out right now. Okay, maybe 19, 18 people say no, but even if you can get 2 to say yes, it'll work. Colin Sexton, RJ Barrett, more. I like these Prism Mosaics a lot. Another Seiko at the bottom. Those are my offers out right now. So you see kind of where my thinking is, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. So comment down below. Where should we go? Who should we be looking to pick up? We've made some good profits so far. I believe we've made like right at $30 from our original $100 investment. So that's really good to be up 30% already. Oh, and if you guys want to use StarStock like I'm doing, make sure to use the code TRIKE415. You'll get a free $10 when you sign up. Minimum deposit $10, but it's a great way for you guys to follow along with us and see if you can try your luck too. And real quick, if you've made it to this part of the video, I want to get your opinion on something too, because I was thinking about titling this video something like 30% profit in 1 week, a good clickbait title that I've done clickbait in the past, I'll admit it, but I didn't do it because I think those type of titles are really dangerous. You're giving people the wrong impression. I never want to do titles, and I did the Sports Cards the House one. That was definitely a clickbaity title, but that's a journey of someone else that's not me. And when you see that title, if you actually watch the video, it's very reserved. He talks about all the risks of everything. I don't think that title comes across in the wrong way, at least I hope not. But I think these like, oh, I made this much profit in 1 week, or I did all this with sports cards, to me, it's dangerous. Like, people are gonna get the wrong impression. That's something I'm gonna try really hard not to do. But I'm gonna get off my soapbox, just random YouTuber talk. Let me know what you think down below though. And last bit of housekeeping, I need to figure out how to show my balance because you guys were great at signing up for StarStock. I'm gonna have to figure out how I can show my balance because you guys did a great job of signing up for StarStock. Code TRIKE415 if you guys wanna get in on the fun. But so my balance is higher than $100 right now, I'll say that. So we'll have to figure out how we can show it and keep track of like our initial investment to where we are. But we have some money to spend, I'll say that. And we've also made a good profit so far. But all right, guys, that's it for the video. I really hope you enjoyed. Hope you're enjoying the StarStock journey. And we're gonna keep the videos coming. Thanks again.